Sure. And we're back for the final round. We have Taahir Teladia on Naya against Hamza Ebrahim on Dredge.
Taahir paired up, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
second pair up. Lucky
Okay,
him.
so he did get it.
Lucky him. So yeah, winner of this is more than likely going to qualify. If it's Hamza, is definitely going to qualify.
Oh, the winner qualifies.
Well, no, because
Oh, this isn't the top table.
yeah, this is the
Okay.
top table, but Taahir could still get knocked down
Oh, if
if
he
he
wins.
wins.
Is that a draw that he has? He's on
We are switching sides.
3-1.
That is what it is.
He's on 3-1-0 at the moment. So Hamza would be on 12 and he's on 9-10. So he gets 3 points out of this. No, he can't. Yeah, sure. So if there's somebody else on.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Hamza, collective brutality. Getting rid of a burn spell was.
What does he put in the graveyard?
He puts a Golgari Thug into the
Okay.
graveyard. Gains 2
That's not
life,
good.
makes Taahir
Yeah.
lose 2 life, gets rid of Eidolon of the Great Evil.
Not even shocking. So it's 22-18. He can't take the Eidolon.
Oh yeah, can't.
It's a duress.
I'd probably take Searing Blaze here because it's the burn spell that does more, but I suppose that requires Taahir to get an additional land.
Just take the bolt, surely. It's the more efficient one.
Yeah, he does indeed take the bolt.
No, he didn't take it. Oh, he
did.
took one of the bolts.
He
There was
took
like
one of
two
the bolts.
bolts.
The other one, yeah, there were 2
Sure.
bolts, different
Throws a
arts,
lightning
unfortunately.
helix. Comes off suspend. Whoops. Missed trigger, but he lets him have it. And main phase bolt.
I mean, not competitive RD alternate, so can happen. You can miss it. It will just be allowed to resolve. And yeah, we're seeing Dredge. Dredge's Dakmos salvage. The mountain. Narcomoeba. The Narcomoeba who could. Is this that guy?
That's a 2010 clock.
18.
Oh, sure, because there's already one.
Unfortunately, Hamza has Narcomoeba in hand.
He can cast it if he wants to.
I think it's more you should cost something more relevant than Narcomoeba.
Come on, he's
do
going to
it
be that
anyway.
guy. He is that guy.
Yeah, the Narcomoeba beats.
It's 2 points of damage every turn.
It does hold the
Taahir
clock.
is not going to spend any mana on them. They are also blockers.
Oh, he didn't
They just
attack.
okay in case of the double block. Because that'd be sad. It would be sad. What is happening?
I do not believe Hamza dredged.
Kills that for flashback, faithless looting. So he takes the last count of his gemstone mines. It dies as a state-based action.
Oh, it wasn't a Dakmo salvage, it was a Ghost Quarter. That's out.
Triggered ability, not a state-based action. Whatever. What was it, a Dakmo salvage?
I thought the.
Oh, he
Ghost
dredged
Quarter
the salvage, but
was
it's a
Dakmo
ghost quarter.
salvage, but it's the Ghost Quarter.
Sure.
And now he's going to play land for the turn. Gets back a Bloodghast, Prized Amalgam. He's deciding which land to play. Plays Dakmo salvage.
Tax for 2. Tax for 1. Maybe it takes another burn spell.
I feel if he was going to be attacking with these Narcomoebas, attacking the previous turn was accurate.
Land Searing Blaze.
Yeah,
Hamza takes
taking
3. In. Does he block? Yes, he does.
So yeah, Tidal already dealing Hamza 9 damage of burn spells on turn 3. Nice thing about these burn decks in this match, game 1 especially, a lot of decks don't really have any game against you. Just so happened that Hamza had Brutality mainboard. Yeah, attacking for 3, putting Taahir down to 14. Playing a Stinkweed Imp.
Oh, it's got
Has Death Touch, so it's always
something
gonna...
like Death Touch, yeah. It's a delayed trigger, so it deals damage and then at the end of combat, I think the creature dies. It's not quite Death Touch, but it's pretty close.
It's basically Death Touch. Although not the keyword, I suppose. And Hamza now doing what he usually does on feature match with Dredge, which is draw prize amalgams and not dredge
And not
into
dredge
knockout
them,
members.
yeah. He dredged into one, and he cast
Okay.
the other.
Dredging into knockamoebas when you have no amalgams in yard. I mean, a lot at stake for this match. Whoever wins it does qualify, more than likely. Since if Taahir wins, there is a chance he doesn't qualify.
Does he pass?
I think being short one of these 3 colors is a bit of an issue for Taahir.
Yeah, he's got a Helix in hand. That Attackers command is still pretty good. I
Not
think.
doing anything against that Stinkweed Imp, though.
Yeah, Hamza is playing the full set of brutalities though, so the no life gain might be relevant. Eidolon's
if he
not
plays Eidolon, it's
too
worse
good
for
here.
him than it is for Hamza.
Yeah, Hamza can just not do anything. You know, attack with the 3 guys in the air. Attack with everything, really.
Well, no, I think he's always keeping the impact. So Taahir is in fact going with the Eidolon play. He may be planning on just dealing Hamza more damage than he'll be taking himself at this point. Hamza, I believe, drew another prized amalgam.
In.
I mean, he can play Golgari Thug, but that's
Is
not
that
going to do
another
much.
brutality in his hand?
No, it's Golgari Thug.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so he attacked Taahir for 3 there.
Does nothing? Yeah, I think he just passes back. Looks like something resembling a race here. And the Eidolon makes it worse for... Ow! Taahir takes 2 points of damage off of his own Eidolon. But now he gets to attack in for 4. 5.
He does, unfortunately.
So he takes 4 here. But he deals 3 in the face. And then he attacks for 5. One, two, three, 4, 5. Yeah. Looks like the damage gets taken.
And this now looking pretty grim for Hamza.
Yeah, land drop.
Ooh, and he hits
Yeah,
Knockamoeba.
land drop would be good here. Does he have something?
Hits Knockamoeba, gets back prize amalgam, end of turn.
Taahir holding 2 cards. 2 burn spells, 2 win it for him. One of them we know is a lightning helix.
Which he cannot cast.
It would be ironic if the other was a Boros charm. In.
Attacks for 2.
Both players sitting at 5. And Hamza gets a prized amalgam out of this. Boros charm,
Top
lightning
decks
helix,
Boros charm.
Attackers command, and something I can't identify in Tahir's hand.
Unfortunately, unable to cast Boros Charm and Lightning Helix.
He also just can't attack here because that would kill him. He shouldn't attack with anything, really.
Well, the Attacker's command will
Does
leave him
nothing.
dead
It
because
kills him.
Eidolon will...
He's got to keep up everything. He's got the 2 Knockamoebas. So if Hamza doesn't block, he dies. If Hamza blocks, Taahir dies. And I don't think he won't. He just needs to block one of the creatures. The Knockamoebas are there just because he wants to block. I mean, he could have attacked with one of them and he didn't. Which probably means he wants to block. Taahir probably just passes back here.
He technically has a turn to get out of this.
Oh yeah, if he leaves both blockers up.
Yeah, because he could block with the Eidolon and then deal
I mean, Hamza's
Hamza.
dredging 5 this turn, and he hasn't hit a single conflag rate yet.
Alternatively, if Hamza ever casts a spell, Taahir will kill him on the spot because of Darkest Command. Although
Sure,
Hamza
sure.
doesn't need to cast anything at this point.
No, he just keeps attacking. Next turn he swings with everything. Hamza could take... So he could block the prized amalgam and let the 4 points through.
Yeah, you just lose
Keep the Eidolon. I think he
And-
keeps the Eidolon.
No, I think he loses the Eidolon because then he won't kill himself. If he keeps the Eidolon, he can never cast a spell or he'll die.
Fair. In double
Chumps.
chump. Sure, that's lethal. Why would he do that? Okay, I think Hamza
He
takes
needs
this
to
one.
make Hamza have it, which is having
Hamza's
nothing.
got 5 on board.
Okay, not too sure why he would do that.
He just turns his guy sideways and it's over.
So basically, it's he loses if he does, he loses if he doesn't. It's another saying I was going for, but can't say that in A, unfortunately. Yeah, Dredge's 5 attacks.
Swing.
Dead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That is game. I think if he had held back for a turn, he could have blocked with Eidolon and then possibly killed Hamza.
Yeah. Maybe just swing with one creature, but something needed to be back to block.
No,
there.
I don't think he needed. Okay,
He
so
needed
maybe
something to
it's
stop the prized amalgam.
maybe it's swing with. You can't swing with just Swift Spear because you don't trade with 2 Narcomoebas, so that's a free block basically.
Yeah, sure.
And you can't play a spell or you'll die.
Yeah, you needed to keep both of those up there. That was his best chance. It lets him fade that turn, and hopefully do something afterwards.
Looking at sideboards,
What does he have here? Surgical extractions, of course.
if it will note. Yeah, so surgical extraction, rest in peace. Searing blood is actually not terrible in this match.
Another searing blaze,
On
basically.
Hamza's side, we have North to the Bone, which is an obvious inclusion, and then engineered explosives, possibly.
Could
as
probably be good. I
the
mean, all of
additional one.
it actually does a little. I mean, there's 6 things on 1 and 4 things on 2, so it's actually not that good.
Yeah,
No permanent.
there's no point bringing them in, I guess. The
It's
Dark
North to the
Blast is
Bone.
probably also definitely coming out, and so is some number of Narcomoebas.
It could put in a Vengeful Pharaoh
Yeah,
if you want to.
put the Vengeful Fader into the yard.
That's it. Yeah.
So yeah, Vengeful Fader, North to the Bone, take out a Narcomoeba and a Dark Blast. Seems about right. On Tahir's side, it's bring in Surgical Extraction, rest in peace, possibly Searing Blood, take out Shard Volley.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously the Graveyard Hate. Rest in Peace is not going to be pretty. Maybe he
Well,
brings in the engineered explosives in anticipation of the Graveyard Hate, which would be a smart move. Or just have it in your
In
hand.
which case, wouldn't it be better to bring in Maelstrom Pulse?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's like a big Abrupt Decay. Not that Tahir's playing anything that counters spells, but it's a big Abrupt Decay in this case. Abrupt Decay would probably be better, actually. But he's got the Maelstrom Pulses in the board. So possibly those.
So the issue with Abrupt Decay, Hamza said, was basically you can't beat Leyline of the Void.
Okay, and you need something for the Ley Line of the Void. I haven't seen any in
Yeah, I
anyone's
didn't
list
see
today,
any
actually.
Leylines today. Wow, so Leyline of Sanctity
Mm.
in the blue dead deck. It did play Manamorphose. But yeah, no Leyline of the Voids as far as I saw. Although, like, you can kill Planeswalkers with them, like...
Yeah,
that's not too relevant though. There's no Guild Planeswalkers that his deck cares about
and
too
he'd
much.
probably just ignore them. I don't think he cares too much. So
They do stop
Tahir
Lingering Soul tokens.
on the play here, yeah, that does happen. He definitely wants that rest in peace, like ASAP.
Multi Rest in Peace?
It depends on how far down. I think the first one, like if the hand is good, you keep it. But having rest in peace in your deck, he's playing 1
Well,
and
he is
2
playing
surgicals
Extractions as well.
So he's
Although-
got 3 things that he could try and mulligan to.
The last modern event, Hamza got surgical extraction,
And won
surgically
anyway.
extracted every single game he played, basically, or every single match he played, and then only lost to Paul in the finals because Tassiger decided to give Hamza an option of Scavenging Ooze or 2 Kalitas.
Oh yeah, Kalitas pretty good against Dredge. Uses a big conflagrate to kill him, and if he sticks, the life gain is great. The exiling stuff is great. Growing him is great. It's just he's so good. Shock fetch, swift spear, attack for 1.
See, if this
There's
was a
the-
guide, that would be an additional point of damage.
There's the 1-drop he's been looking for. I think he's got a bolt in his hand. Hamza holding Rootbound Crag, Gemstone, Bloodghost. He casts the Faithless Looting. I think he's going to chuck a Bloodghost and a Life from the Loam here. Or is it a stink? Double Bloodghost, because he's got the land in his hand.
Unfortunately, those don't block. So
Well, he hasn't taken too much damage yet.
he will be.
Double Bolt. In for 9. It's
Ow.
9 points down to 10 on my second turn.
I mean,
If he-
is
Taahir-
Taahir going to be the
Taahir
burn player
gets
that gets
to
paid
commit
up?
the Eidolon next turn and be in a pretty good board state because that's painful.
Brutality.
That
Oh,
is
that is
yeah, that's real
horrible.
good right there. Drain, kill, duress. You're done.
And this is why
That's why
I stopped
brutality
playing
is so good.
burn.
Yeah, it's just so good.
1 card, 3 modes.
Yeah, so it's a 4-point life swing. It kills a creature and it's a duress. It puts 2 things you want in the graveyard. It's just too good for the burn deck to beat reasonably. It's not huge swings. Each of the modes individually are just fine, but when you add them together, it's something else.
And Todd is left with
Pretty much nothing,
he's
really.
basically just left with Eidolon and a Lava Spike. Hamza taking 2 damage to cast Life from the Lumia. Okay, he's actually just dredging it. My bad. Not quite taking the 2 damage yet.
Does he just keep hold this pattern and just in for 4 till Taahir plays something?
Brings back his 3rd Bloodghost. Currently a 2-turn clock on Hamza's side. Even triple Water Storm is not good enough for Taahir. A card that is good though is Lightning Helix, which he just top decked.
And he's got the white this time. It'll only gain him 1 life. Yeah. That's awkward. He should most likely attack with Eidolon. Hamza going to 11. Both plays even here. I think he has to attack with Eidolon.
With Eidolon, actually.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, because
Because
I mean,
if
2
he
turns.
casts every spell in his hand, he will effectively have killed himself.
Sure, but like the next swing, puts him to below 10. So then blocking the Bloodghosts become futile because they just come back with haste. So all he has to do is play his lands pre-combat instead of post-combat, and he's got the life from the
Sure.
loam. So you're just giving him like you save 2 damage, but the clock seems identical. I mean, you take the 2, so you go 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. He goes to 7, and then he's got 6 on board. It saves you a turn. Okay, so if you block, you buy yourself a turn.
So the thing is, yeah, he's more than likely going to lose at this rate, but he kind of needs to play for a win. Attacking with Eidolon would automatically cause him to lose, because he would not be able to play every spell in his hand, and he wouldn't be able to deal with the
6 puts him to 5 if he takes all of this damage. He's got 2. If he has 2
If
burn
he doesn't
spells,
block, then he may as well have attacked.
yeah, he might have been in a Yeah, he could have. So if he attacked with the Eidolon previously, it would put Hamza to 9. And he could top take a burn spell, attack again, put Hamza to 7, a land actually. So then he plays,
He would go into
Charm
one
Bolt or
exactly, sure.
something. If he's Charm and Bolt would
He would
kill.
need exactly untapped man.
Yeah,
Like land
untapped
that doesn't
land.
require
Yeah,
damage.
and he needs 4 damage and 3
Although
damage
Hamza
in
has a
hand.
conflict in yard, which is more than likely going to kill Taahir this turn if he doesn't block.
He hasn't played a land yet, so if Taahir doesn't block, he casts Life from the Loam and the Conflagrate, and Taahir dies.
Yeah, Taahir needs to block this turn. Blocks, trades off. Taahir. That's not a play you need to make right now.
Painful.
Deal U3, save my Eidolon.
Gain 1.
No, it's the same amount of damage. He goes to 5. And then Life from the Loam, Flashback,
Conflagrate for dead.
Dead. Unless it's not a Conflagrate in the yard.
No, that's definitely a
No,
Conflagrate.
yeah, that's a Conflagrate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards from the left
Yeah.
of Hamza's board. He's a
The one next to the
Conflagrate.
Faithless looting. You die. The X does make it more than Eidolon, so Hamza will not die to Eidolon.
No, Conflagrate's converted mana cost in the stack is going to be increased by X.
And X is going to
I
be
think
the
they're
amount
gonna call
of
a judge
discarded
over.
cards. The question is probably just because it's not mana being used, it's discarded cards, so is the CMC not 2 from Flashback? But I think on the stack it will be 2 plus X.
Not that it matters, he's gonna die anyway. Four cards puts Taahir to 1. You could also put that last point of damage on the Eidolon, which would then open up Taahir to playing 2 burn spells. So I don't think he's going to do that. He'll probably just send the 4 at his face, put Taahir on 1,
I
and
don't
then
think he's casted yet, so
they're thinking about it.
he's gonna Life from the Loam.
He's Life from the Loam first.
Get 3 lands
Sure.
back, play a land, use the land.
So he takes 1, 2, 3. He goes down to 6, 4. He goes on to 4, yeah.
And he gets 5 cards, deals 5
And
damage.
it's just lethal. Get a Bloodghast back while you're at it. Did he take an untapped land?
He should.
Okay, he's on 3, but Taahir is tapped out and he also has an Eidolon. I don't think Taahir is winning this one.
Fetches Mountain. Configurate.
So had it been a Goblin Guide on turn 1 instead of the Swift Spear,
it would have been the same because
we wouldn't have the 9 points of damage on turn 2.
No,
so
we
it
still would
wouldn't
have
been
had the same amount of damage because you would have dealt 1 extra damage on turn 1.
Yeah, but he dealt 2 extra points on turn 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, it would have been the same. Hamza would probably have more lands for the Conflagrate though. So he wouldn't have had to cast the Life from the Loam. I don't know. That didn't seem particularly favorable. Yeah.
However, if he had the Goblin Guide on turn 1, then he could have cast the Swift Spear on turn 2, and then dealt an additional 2 points of damage.
Because he had a ball.
And then Hamza may have died because there would have been 2 creatures, which means he would have dealt an additional 2 points of damage.
An extra swing, you wouldn't have been able to kill both with the brutality. Yeah, things would have been different if you swapped out one of the bolts in his hand with a Goblin Guide. But I don't know. Man, who can tell? Shows him the rest in peace. I brought those in. Yeah, it's exactly what he thought.
Yeah.
So I think that's Hamza. Gets the invite.
No, I think there's a game 3.
What?
Wait, no, yes.
No,
yes,
Hamza just 2-0'd him.
Yes.
So Hamza gets a spot in the final. Yeah. Taahir has to try again, I suppose. He's pretty high on the league though, so I think if he keeps up his performance, he'll make it in on league invites.
Yeah, if he just plays enough events,
Mm.
he'll get there. But yeah, Hamza finally getting this win with Dredge. Been playing it a couple of weeks now, being one loss each and every
Yeah,
time. But yeah,
it's definitely that basic land, that white bordered basic. I
yes,
think that's the
it's the
secret.
white bordered mountain you say.
Mm.
I think it's more the four mainboard collective brutality.
Yeah, it could be those. I'm inclined to favor the white bordered mountain though, but I mean I don't mind drawing the brutalities, especially in this matchup. The mountain feels good though. I mean it costs faithless looting.
Can't
It,
forget which won him the
it doesn't
game.
it does yeah I
Actually,
don't need
like
to take
fetching that
damage.
mountain won Hamza the game. So yes, I think you are right. The mountain is definitely the reason he won today.
Yeah,
And
cool.
we'll see you guys for the next event, which will be the standard one next
Yeah, it's
weekend.
usually next. It is next weekend.
Yes.
Standard constructed. Cool.